Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing legs today and it's going to be a hamstring focus, so I'm going to keep it super simple and effective. I'll be doing 3 exercises and yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so first, my low back and my hips have been really bothering me this entire week, so that's why I haven't gone to the gym. So I'm going to start off with some dynamic stretches to start with. That way we can get everything nice and loosened up and everything should be feeling a lot better by the time I'm done. So I'm going to start off with leg swings each way. So front to back, I'll do 20 reps per side, and then side to side, 20 reps per side. The next dynamic stretch I'm going to do are side-to-side lunges. This is going to help to open up my hips and make them a lot less tight. So I'm going to do 20 reps per side as well, just one set. When you're doing the side-to-side lunges, you want to make sure that you're pushing through your heels each time you're going back and forth. And you really want to make sure that you're driving your butt into the ground. Like, let me kind of show you what I mean by that. So in your step, you want to push through your heel, so push up and squeeze your glute, and then drop to the other side. And make sure that you're keeping your core nice and engaged the entire time and your back straight. And that's why I kind of like to put my hands here for balance. And push. So just think about driving that one butt cheek to the ground. And then the other one. And then the other one. And my hips already feel so much better just by doing 20 reps per side. Nice and slow and controlled. The first exercise I'm going to start with are deadlifts, but I really like to use dumbbells. That way I feel like I have full control over both sides or both legs. So I'm starting off with 10 pounds and I'll do about 15 reps just to get my hamstrings nice and warmed up. And then I'll be doing 3 sets and I'll gradually go up in weight, and my rep range is going to be about 10 to 12 reps. So I've kind of been perfecting this movement like each time I perform it. I'm honestly just tweaking it to the way that it makes my hamstrings and my glutes feel. So I've realized that going all the way down and back up, I don't feel it as much, and it really just strains my low back. So I actually like to keep the dumbbells on the sides of my legs, more of like tilted rather than straight in front of me. And then when I go down, you want to lift up your heels just a little bit to make sure that you're driving your butt back. And I only bring the weights just below my knees now and then come up and squeeze. Rather than going all the way down, I feel like it just works so much better for me. I feel it so much more. I'm not straining my low back. So I want you guys to give that a try when you're doing this movement. So I like to keep them tilted rather than like this. So instead of right in front, I keep them like this. And then when I go down, lift my heels up just a little and really drive your butt and your hips back and then come up. So I'm only going to about right there, just below my knees, and then pushing up through my heels, nice and slow and controlled. I'll show you from the side. Driving my butt back, keeping my core engaged, and pushing up through my heels and squeezing my glutes. Now moving up to 20 pounds, you're going to do the same exact thing as what I just showed you. And with any movement, especially these, because you really can hurt your low back. But I mean, any exercise in the gym, you always want to be slow and controlled. Remember what you're working, remember your mind and muscle connection, and you are going to have some awesome gains. The second exercise that I'm going to do today are the Hamstring curls laying down. I love this one so much. I feel like it targets my glutes and my hamstrings so good. So for this one, when you are laying down, you want to make sure that you're really driving your hips into the pad, because when you start to arch your back, because you're compensating to get that weight up, you're 100% going to end up, maybe not with a back injury, but over time, it's really going to take a toll on your back. So you just want to be really careful with that. Make sure you're gripping onto these handles right here. All right, I'm just going to do some lightweight. That way I can show you guys the form. So 20 pounds. Getting right here. And like I said, you want to make sure when you're pulling up the weight with your hamstrings, you're driving your hips right into this pad. So let me show you. And also, squeeze your glutes really hard. That'll make it easier for you to keep your hips driven right into this pad. So like that, rather than going like this. You do not want to do that, absolutely not. So I'll show you, my toes are kind of pointed. You want to make sure that this is resting on the back of your heel, and where you're flexing your, where you're squeezing your glutes and making sure you're pulling up with your hamstrings, you should only be able to go so far. You shouldn't be able to swing this thing all the way to your butt. It's just not proper form. So let me show you. The third and final exercise that I'm going to do today are hip thrusts. I have used a bench before in one of my previous leg day videos, but this bench is so high off the ground that it just doesn't feel good on my back. So instead, I'm going to use this right here. You can actually adjust it like up and down. I don't know what this is really called, but one of these. And then rather than using a bar, I'm going to use a 20-pound dumbbell. So I'm going to place that right below my hips. And then when you're doing this exercise, make sure to keep your back straight, and you're going to slowly come down, drop your butt, and then push up through your heels and squeeze your glutes. So come down slow and controlled. Make sure you're bringing your entire back with you. So don't leave your shoulder blades up here. Keep your back nice and straight and bring it down with you. Push up through your heels and squeeze your glutes. All right, now that, ooh, am I like super washed out here? That's better. All right, now that my leg day is complete, I need to do my regular stretches. So I don't really know the name of all of these stretches, but I have a few that I want to share with you guys that help with my low back pain. So let's get into it. This is my top, I would say this would be my #1 stretch that if I had to choose, that helps with stretching out your glutes, hamstrings, and low back. So basically what you do, I want to lay down on your back. Bring both feet like this. Take one of your legs, cross it over the other leg. Take your hands and bring them through that leg and pull that leg up to your chest. And you will feel a really good stretch in your glutes, your hamstrings, your low back. And I try to hold each one for 30 seconds or more if I can. Thank you guys for coming along today on this very intense, short, effective leg day. I hope that you guys were able to take something away from it and you guys give it a go yourself. If this video was helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys with another gym video soon.